Okay, so I just want to go in here and holy shit, the echo is gonna be insane. But I just want to go here and talk today about being level-headed. As a kid, or even as a teenager, like until I was like 16 years old, I used to be really irrational. I would just act out based on how I felt. I would be really emotional, and I would really not be able to control myself in situations. Like when I would have fights with people, not like actual fights, but like when I used to argue with people, then I would be really opinionated, and I would not change my opinion. I would think I'm only right. I'm the only person who's right here. Turns out, no. Turns out, this is a really, you probably know that, probably that's why you're watching this, but this is really, really bad way of thinking. A really bad mentality of your opinion is the only right one, and not being open to listening to other people's opinions first of all, it stops you from growing. Second of all, it stops you from being likable. Third of all, it makes you seem so entitled to your own, like to yourself, where you don't even see other people's perspectives, and your own constantly, basically you're living in your own world where you think you're the only person who's right, and you don't ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? What if the fight that I had with my lawyer yesterday, I was wrong? What if I did do something wrong? What if my tone was wrong? Like, we don't ask ourselves this. We don't consider that we might be the wrong people in a situation. And yeah, sometimes you're not. You might not be. But the idea of thinking, even asking yourself, did I do anything wrong, is already something that a lot of people don't do, and it's really important in my opinion. So, like I said, I was really hot-headed. I couldn't really control myself, but yeah, it comes with age too. Like, yeah, when you're younger, you're obviously gonna have your like hormones, like there an imbalance of like hormonal imbalances, and you're growing and you're experiencing all these emotions. That yeah, you could justify it, you could explain your behaviors, but for some people it sticks to when they're older. I got out of this. For me, I think it was a combination of growing up, like maturing, and also my personal experiences and how I've lived basically. So with personal experiences, yeah, the experiences that are in your control, experiences out of your control, like your family situation at home, might make you more angry. Maybe if you're experiencing a toxic relationship with parents, emotional or physical abuse, then yeah, it might make you more hot-headed. But at the same time, they're experiences that are within your control. So you choose to spend time on your phone every single day and indulge in these self-destructive behaviors of looking at how other people live their lives and then comparing yourself to them, which then makes yourself have a lower makes you have a lower self-esteem. So I think it is really important to also take a step back and look at your own life and focus on your own life and see how you feel. So yeah, I used to be obsessed with social media, 9 hours screen time every single day consistently, until I reached a point where I decided that this is not how I want to live my life. I don't want to live my life for others. I don't want to watch every single day what are people doing today? What are these celebrities doing today? Who gives a shit? Like, actually, who cares? Like, I think everyone has experienced a moment where they're like looking at something and they're like, what am I doing? What am I doing right now? Like, why am I wasting my time with this? And if you have a lot of these experiences, then guess what? Your confidence about yourself goes down. And then you're more likely to burst out, you're more likely to be a little more on the aggressive side because you're unhappy with your own life. You are unhappy with your own life, so why would you be happy and why would you be willing to listen to other people? It's just a negative fucking cycle, a negative mindset. And it's not social media, bro. It's not only so, you can't blame only social media. You need to also blame yourself, because at the end of the day, you are control in how you act. Yeah, there might be situations and places where you cannot control what happens and experiences that you cannot control, but there are so many experiences that you can also control for yourself. There's so many ways you can control how you behave from that situation. You can control what you learn from that situation. And what I did was I would do things that seemed really hard to me. So I never thought in my life I would run a 10K until one day I was like, this is it, let me just do something that I would have never thought I would do. And me pushing myself gave me confidence. It gave me belief that I could change and people can change. People can change, but they can only change through experiences. Experiences build who you are as a person, in my opinion. And you can change. Get the idea that if this is who I am today, this is how I'm gonna be in 10 years. No. But you could either be a better version of yourself than you are today, or you can be a worse version of yourself today. And all these versions are based on what you do today. What you do every single day. That's what makes you as a person. So I could literally talk about this for an hour, but I'm gonna go, guys, and hopefully you learn something and kind of just reconsider and think and ask yourself about your behaviors and what they tell you, because a lot of the times our behaviors are just the results of our thoughts, and if you control your thoughts, you can control your actions. That got really deep really fast, but I hope you guys enjoyed.